Good morning, everybody. How are you doing on this glorious day? It is Sunday, the 27th of October. This is the first season in my life I've ever worked on a Sunday. I worked last Sunday and this Sunday as well. I've never done that before. But because it's shift work, you have to come in as and when they need you. So I'm here on a Sunday morning, very, very early as it turns out. My shift doesn't start until 9 and it's not even 8:15 yet, so I'm insanely early. But it's good because I got here really late last week Sunday because I didn't realise how the transportation would be coming down this far on a Sunday. Just in case you've forgotten, I work in between school and this is the job I work at. And it's in a place called Cross Harbour, which is super far from where I live. It's about a 2 hour journey from where I live. On a Sunday, it's a lot more difficult to come down here because I have like what they call Sunday service, and the trains don't really run according to time, nor do the buses. You might get one or two buses an hour, and the same with trains, so it can be quite difficult coming down here on a Sunday. But today was a doddle. I got down here super early, so I thought let me just give you a quick catch-up vlog whilst I'm waiting for my shift to start. So again, I know it's been a month, and the reason for that is because I've been working and going to school and trying to juggle time and everything. I've been trying to find time to vlog, and there just has not been the time to vlog. So my apologies for that. I take responsibility for that, but there just wasn't the time. I just couldn't find the time to do it, and there's just so many things that are on the back burner at the moment because I'm working so far away, and because it takes me so long to get back home. So it just I'm trying to figure out how to juggle my time. So I finished my first semester, if you want to say, at Identity School of Acting, and just to give you a quick recap of what my thoughts were, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I particularly loved my screen acting class. The teacher, Alex, was absolutely brilliant. I'm a practical person, so I needed to know if I'm being taught something, how that can be applied. And every single one of his lessons was so practical. What he'd do is like he'd get us to, because he's I think he's still an actor, but he's a director as well. So what he did was like he got us to learn lines, and then he'd teach us how to read lines, our expressions, our body language, about responding to the person that was speaking to you. You respond to their tone, you respond to their posture, you respond to the vibes that they're giving off. You don't just speak things monotone and flat. You don't just go into a scene saying, I'm going to act it this way, because you've got to be responding to how your partner is speaking to you and their body language towards you as well. So there's lots of little things he taught us. He taught us about the business of acting, things to look out for, teaching us about signing up with equity, spotlight, all kinds of things. Very, very useful, very, very practical, things that I'm using even now. So I was really pleased that to have had him as a teacher. It's absolutely brilliant. We had something else called movement class. I must admit, I'm not quite sure what the purpose of that class is or was. I understood that it was supposed to teach you about how to hold yourself, how to have presence in a scene. But the teacher was teaching us, even according to her words, her lessons were very abstract. None of us said anything in the beginning because we all thought it was going to be something like the Karate Kid. You know, like Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off, telling him how to sand the floor, how to paint the fence in very specific sort of ways. So in the beginning, I didn't say anything because I thought at the end of her particular course, it'll all make sense. But towards the end of the course, it still wasn't making sense what she was doing or why, and how we could apply what she was teaching us to acting. And with our class president, there's a meeting coming up with all the other class presidents, and she asked us to give feedback, not just on personal issues, but on course content. And I raised the fact that I didn't understand what the purpose of movement class was. It turns out everybody was thinking that. And when she went to the meeting, all the other class presidents were saying they were having problems understanding what relevance the movement class was to acting. So it wasn't just us. But like I said, she was a lovely teacher. I just couldn't see what the purpose of her class was and how I'm going to take that forward in an acting career. Still can't see it at all. Okay, so I learned I'm super unfit and I might need to do some exercise. In fact, I do need to do some exercise, but I don't see how that directly correlates to an acting career. And considering that we had to pay for this, I definitely don't see how it correlates. And my thing is, if we're paying for a class, everything that we need to be getting needs to be worth our money. And that movement class for me was not worth the money at all. It should not be part of the curriculum, or it should be a very small part of the curriculum, unless they can find a way of making it directly relatable to what you're going to go ahead and do in your career. Like, for example, if you're going to train in acrobatics, if you want to be, if a huge part of your career is going to be acrobatics or aerobics or whatever, then that class is perfect. But if you want to be like I don't know, like a serious actor, like, you know, in drama pieces, I don't see the relevance personally. So yeah, I just wasn't overly impressed with the class, if I'm honest. Like I say, she was a lovely woman, so we just went along with what she was doing, but I could not see the point, and there was no resolution at the end as to what her class was actually supposed to achieve. So that's a bit of a bummer. Apart from that, I love it. I've got great people in my class. I love listening to them, love talking to them, getting to know some of them a bit more. It's a really good class. We're all very serious. We all want to pursue things. We all got our idea and understanding of what it is we want to do and why. Not everybody is clear about whether or not they're going to continue next year, because for some people already acting, they just came to get some top-up classes. So they're not sure if they want to continue on to the next year or just go to the end of this physical year and then continue on with what they're doing or what. But for me, I want to go to the summer of next year, because that's when they have the showcases and they have directors, producers, etc. coming down to check us out and so forth. So I personally want to go ahead with that. But like I said, when I first just before I knew I'd been accepted into Identity School of Acting, my mentality was, whether or not they accept me, I'm still going to go ahead and try and get in somewhere else. Similarly, if it gets next year and the directors and producers then don't see that they can take me on, I'm still going to go and look for somebody else, because this is definitely what I want to pursue. So I've been looking at a few things over the weekend. Not sure whether I'll pursue them or not, but I'm just, you know, really keeping my hands into looking to see what my next steps are. I want to be more proactive rather than reactive. So I'm checking out producers, I'm checking out directors, I'm checking out where they are, what they're called, what their content is, just to see if I can like work with them, etc. Over the next month or so, I want to put together a show reel, get some headshots done, and that will kind of be my starter kit for how to go forward. So we'll see what happens with that. But I love the course, absolutely love the course, absolutely love it. For me, it's a litmus test of how serious I am of something. Like, for example, that women's class, the movement class. Even though I didn't like it, I still kept on turning up, and that's a sign to me that I'm going to be pursuing this course. Because if I didn't want to, I'd have used her class as a reason to drop the whole thing. So I'm excited about it. I'm just really excited about what the future holds, open doors and opportunities and such. So it's just been a great 6 weeks. Looking forward to the next 6 weeks. In the next 6 weeks, we're going to be doing text and voice. No, is it text and speech or text and voice? Something like that. But I've had us order a book for that, I think, is it speech class. So I'm going to have a look at that Monday, or maybe on the journey up here tomorrow. I might start looking through that and take it from there, really. But yeah, it's fabulous. I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying challenging myself and doing something I'd never normally do. Really absorbing and learning, just making sure I'm an open student. I don't want to go in there with any preconceived ideas. The only time flags were raised in my mind, I was questioning things, was with that movement class, because I just didn't see how it made any sense. But I thought, well, let me just see it through to the end and see what happens. But apart from that, I'm just a student. Whatever they tell me to do, I'm going to do it. Whatever suggestions they make, I'm going to take them on board and apply them. And that's going to be my attitude this term as well. But I'm just loving it. I'm loving connecting with the people in the class. We're hanging out on Fridays. We might do Tuesdays as well now, because we no longer have to do the exercise class. That's what it felt like. With movement class, you always got so sweaty. So after class, we didn't want to go anywhere apart from home to shower. And Friday was the day that we didn't have all that physical activity. So Fridays was the day that we normally hung out. We might change that now to Tuesday or whatever, but we're still going to try and hang out and do things a lot more together, which is really good. And yeah, so looking forward to this term. Looking forward to what I learned from that, and just kind of really trying to not just learn what they teach in class, but to learn outside the class as well, study outside class, and see how far that takes me. Because I really I don't want to just be spoon-fed. I want to also I also want to be a self-learner. Do you know what I mean? A self-motivated learner. I don't want to just absorb what they're teaching in class, because what the guy did say to us some time ago is like, there is class is great, then you must learn everything in class, but also make sure that outside of class you're really pursuing other things as well. Keep up your learning, do you know what I mean? Take extra classes if need be to put yourself ahead. So that's what I'm going to look at doing. I'll see what I'm like at the end of December and see what kind of feedback I get, because based on that feedback, that'll kind of like help me know what kind of classes to take, what extra classes to take if need be. So I'll wait until then before I start doing anything like that. But reading up and learning the business of it, yeah, I'll do that as from now. So that's cool. So that's me. So how long has it been? Yeah, it's probably been. Have I been working here for 6 weeks? I don't know if I've been doing this for about 6 weeks. It's probably about the same time actually. I've been doing this sort of job thing for 6 weeks. So the first, or is it 2 months? I can't remember. Because I was working down in Bishopsgate on behalf of this company. I think we were there for, was it a month? And then now I've been working pretty much the same time that I've been studying as well. So it's been a while now. It's been a while. But I'm enjoying it. It's with anything, it gets easier once you really understand what it is you're doing. When I first started the job here, I was all fingers and thumbs. I didn't know what to do, what I was saying or anything. The first time I had a phone call, I jumped. I was like, oh my gosh, your call's come through, what do I do? But you figure it out. Over time, you learn how to answer calls competently. You learn how to understand the queries of the caller, because some of the people are quite aged and they're not really IT savvy. They don't know how to use computers and things like that. So you have to like kind of help them with that. So yeah, I don't dread the calls as much as I did in the first couple of weeks. I just really didn't know what I was doing, but now I'm feel a bit more confident and I'm enjoying it a lot more. So this is like a really good season of my life in terms of doing things I've never done before and kind of finding how to swim rather than to sink, which is what I would have done previously. So it's a good time. It's a good time. I'm really enjoying stuff. I'm really enjoying the people I'm meeting, the things I'm doing. So yeah, I'm a bit bummed today though, because I was supposed to be going to a baby dedication, but no one would sort with me on the Sunday, which I understand. So I can't go to that. So I'm here today. But for November, I'm not going to work on the Sunday. Saturdays, yes, but not on the Sundays. So that'll get things back into an even keel. But how are you guys doing? How's everything going with you? I hope everything's going really well with you. If you have any vlogs you'd like me to do or consider doing, please do put them in the comments under this particular video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already and give it a thumbs up. And I will catch you again soon. So take care. Bye-bye.